Hi, this is Kat. Welcome to Kat's Abstract World. Today's portrait will be me trying to do movement. Now, I will say I am so thankful for everyone who follows me on my journey, and just overall, thank you all for understanding me and appreciating my work. So this portrait is going to be emulating movement and different type of textures. I got a new brush, so I wanted to test that brush out, as well as you can see I was giving them the eyebrows and working on the hair. The hair does not end up like how it looks now. I redo it probably 3 or 4 times, but I was just testing out different colors, and you could kind of see that I was trying to add more texture before I figure out what I wanted to do with the actual portrait. I used grain and sparkles, which is a popular Procreate brush, and then I started figuring out how to draw the hair. Now, I really liked this hair, but I didn't think that if it was a portrait it would look good this way. I do think that is the base and the shape of her hair, but I wanted it to be like her moving forward, or the air blowing her hair away. So after I drew this, I did unfortunately try something else, but you can kind of see I've been practicing with different strand colors and different movements, and overall just different ways of drawing this piece. After I did a lot of build-up, I changed my mind, and I tried a side part that at the same time I also didn't like, but I decided that it's art and I am going to just build up. So a lot of this is me figuring out the different movements and the different colors and trying to figure out how to build up on the drawing to make it look cohesive. Now, I really liked how I did it so far, but it didn't match the art style. The art style is very airbrushed yet textured. So after I did those base colors and I figured out what parts are moving, I went in with an airbrush to do the hair. And then for the hair, it's just rendering. I do dark colors where I want them to stand out more, and then I do different colors with highlights and lowlights so I understand where it's going what. As well as I wanted to add some pink because pink just looks so good with that skin tone. And then I let the highlights arise and I choose where the focal point of those highlights would be. After I did that, I just filled in her eyes. Her eyes were very simple. I wanted it to be a mixture of the colors used in the portrait so it would look pleasing. And then some of the colors I did as extra highlights just so you can see where is going which way. I felt like the movement though wasn't happening again because I added too much. So I decided to build on it again so I can figure out everything I want that's done. You can see I was playing around just trying to figure out where the movement is going to be, and I added a natural hair color on top to sort of help it out. I feel like each strand dictates a different movement piece, and the natural hair color over it is overall just what I like doing. The purple is added later because I did it with the eyes, and then I added some contour, some highlights, and some highlights to the hair to make the piece all look cohesive and brought together. I darkened the eyelashes, which I actually really like. I think I'm going to start doing a more natural color for eyelashes. And then I played with a new brush set for bubbles to figure out what I could do for the actual portrait. So you can see I did some bubble brushes, and then I added a background to make the whole drawing look really put together. I added some freckles and some more texture with the sparkles and grain thing I mentioned previously, and then I illustrated inside of the bubbles the colors and the spaces that I wanted it to be and what I wanted it to look like. which I am so thankful I did because the plain bubbles on their own just wasn't really hitting it. I added some color to the skin and some color to her face and highlights overall throughout the photo to make it look brought together and more crisp. I then kind of like doing little stamp hearts on the eyes. So I did try that out, and I did do different colors to make it look more layered. And then I added more overall highlights and some smoke into the drawing because I wanted it to kind of move that way. You can see her hair and the bubbles and everything just move to the right. Overall, I am very happy with this piece. As of right now, the time making it, I think it is my favorite portrait I've done so far. I am Kat's Abstract World, and I just wanted to say I appreciate everyone who views my content. It means the world to me while I try to figure out what I want to do in the art world. I'm Kat's Abstract World, and I hope you have a nice day. Goodbye.